Good afternoon, learners. Right now, learners, today we are meeting again with the intention to show you how to record the transactions on the CPJ. Remember what is important about the CPJ, it is to know the journal. This journal, it is where we record all the payments of the business. We record all the payments of the business. We are referring to the cash payments of the business. Remember, we can pay money cash directly using the bank accounts from one bank account to another, or we can pay via the debit order. We can pay using the cash. Now, what is important is to understand that different transactions are recorded on different journals. Moving on this one, just a reminder, once again, to remind you about the assets, owner's equity, and liabilities. It is important to know all your assets, to know all your expenses, because we are going to deal with the recording of expenses and the assets. For example, here, the business can buy land and building, the business can buy vehicle, the business can buy equipment, the business can buy trading stock. They fall under the assets. Those are the examples of the assets. Then under the expenses, the business can pay any other expense. Therefore, it will remain, the transaction to be recorded under cash payment journal. It will be recorded under cash payment journal. It is important to know all those things. Moving on to remind you about the assets of the business, we are having the trading stock, which can be recorded under cash payment. We are having land and building, we are having equipment, we are having vehicle. All those are the assets of the business. They can be recorded under the cash payment journal. They can be recorded under cash payment journal. Moving on, looking at other expenses that can be recorded under cash payment journal. Under owner's equity, remember, we're having drawings. It can be recorded under cash payment journal. We're having the expenses, rent expense, salaries and wages, stationery, rates, insurance, water and electricity, advertising, donation, telephone, repairs, and packing material. All those expenses, they can be recorded under cash payment journal. Then incomes, remember, they fall under CRJ. But now we are dealing with the cash payment journal. Now, moving to the cash payment journal, it is important to know this journal, learners, because we are having only 3 types of transactions that are recorded under cash payment journal. The first one, it is the assets, whereby I've mentioned earlier that we can buy trading stock, we can buy land and building, vehicle, or equipment. Then they must be recorded under cash payment journal. The owner can take money for his own personal use. If the owner took money, then the transaction will be recorded under cash payment journal. If the owner paid any personal account using the business bank account, the transaction will be recorded under cash payment journal. Then expenses, all the expenses of the business, all the payments of expenses accounts of the business, they must be recorded under cash payment journal. Now, moving on now, recording the CPJ transactions, entering the transaction on the CPJ. I've just taken the transactions and the table of CPJ to show you the table of the CPJ. Now, on the format of the CPJ, this is the format, the standard format of the CPJ. Here we are having the transactions, and the instruction for us, it says record the given transaction of Miller Traders in the cash payment journal. Then the instruction to us, cash payment journal, use the columns for bank, trading stock, wages, and sundry account. You can see on the cash payment journal, we are having the column for bank, which is compulsory. Always it must be there. We are having the trading stock and the wages column. These are the additional columns on top of the bank account that is compulsory to have it on the format of the CPJ. Now, let us talk about those document or columns that are permanent on the column, on the format of the CPJ. The first one, it is the document number, day, name of payee, folio, bank. Then these 5 are compulsory on the format of the CPJ. Then you have the sundry account. Under sundry account, you are having amount, folio, and details. Again, this column are compulsory. These columns are compulsory on the format of the CPJ. Now, learners, you need to know that under name of payee, it is where we record the name of the person whom we are paying. We record the name of the person whom we are paying. Or if the owner took money for his personal use, we'll write the name of the owner here. Or if the owner paid someone using the business bank account, you'll write the name of that person and the name of payee. Then we have day, we have document number. Again, it is important to know the document number, the source document that we are using. It can be EFT, it can be the bank statement. It must appear under document. Now, to remind you learners again, we are no longer having the checks. If you see checks in your textbooks, please cancel it and write EFT. Then under sundry account again, we are having the amount. This amount, it is whereby we record the total amount that was paid for each and every account that was paid. We write the amount. The amount, it means we are talking about the figures. If it is 1,000, we write 1,000. Then if it is 2,500, we write 2,500. It is amount. Then under details, it is whereby you choose the account that we are paying. If we have paid for wages, you'll say wages. If we have paid for electricity, you'll write electricity. Then if we have paid or we bought the equipment or we bought the vehicle, you'll write equipment or vehicle. We don't write the name of the businesses. You don't write the name of the third parties here. We only write the names of the account. The name of people will be written under the column of name of payee. Now from bank account up to amount, from bank account up to amount, learners, please, we are writing the amount. You are writing the amount in figures here. We are writing the amount of money in figures. If it is 10,000, it will be 1,000,000. If it is 2,000, you'll write 1,2,0,0,0. Please make sure that you understand the format before you can move to the recording of transactions. Now let us look at the transactions given to us. The transactions given to us, we are required to record the 4 transactions. The first one, it is this one, bought the trading stock for cash. Then the second one, paid weekly wages. Then the third one, we have purchased a refrigerator. Then the last one, the owner paid telecom 1,200. Now it is important learners to understand that once we are having this type of transaction, you need to analyze them before you record them. Then let us look at the first transaction. Looking at the first transaction, it says bought trading stock for cash. The amount it is 7,500 from TFS wholesaler, paid by EFT. Now recording the transaction on the CPJ. Document number, it will be EFT. Look at the purple line. It moves from EFT on the transaction to the document number. Document number or doc, it will be EFT. Remember, document, it is a source document. It is where the transaction is recorded, where the transaction was taken from. This transaction, it was taken from EFT. Then number 2, the red line. You can see the red line here. It shows that the business was buying the trading stock. If the business was buying the trading stock, the transaction will be recorded under the column of trading stock. It will be recorded under the column of trading stock. But we'll write the figures here, which is 7,500. Then the bank learners, I've mentioned that it is compulsory. All of us learners, remember, it is compulsory to have the bank column on the CPJ. Then the bank column will record all the transactions of the CPJ. It will be 7,500, which is this amount represented the total amount that was paid for buying of trading stock. Now, this transaction, it will only be recorded under bank and the trading stock. Wages, it is not affected. Therefore, you cannot record anything under wages. Then sundry accounts, not affected because the transaction, it has the specific column, which is the trading stock column. The trading stock column, it shows the amount that was paid. Therefore, there is no need for us to record the transaction under sundry accounts. It means it will only be recorded under bank and the trading stock. Moving to the second one. Business paid weekly wages by EFT 1,500. We do the same again, learners here. We'll say document number, it will be EFT, the day on the 7th. Name of payee, it will be cash because it is a cash transaction. Then the bank, it will be 1,500. Look at the account that is affected by this transaction. It is wages. It means bank, it is compulsory, it is there. Then the contra account, it was wages. The amount it was paid for wages. Therefore, it goes straight to the column of wages. We'll write 1,500. Under sundry accounts, not affected at all. Not affected at all. Moving to the next transaction, the business purchased a refrigerator from macro stores for 15,000 paid by EFT. Learners, again, we are saying this transaction affect bank. It is compulsory. Then the second one will be refrigerator. Then you need to identify where the refrigerator falls under. Refrigerator falls under asset, which is equipment. This one to be an equipment. Then we say EFT on the 21st, macro store, then bank. It is compulsory to record the transaction under bank. We don't have any trading stock on this transaction. We don't have any wages on this transaction. Therefore, we go straight to the Santry account. We say under Santry account, amount it will be 1,500. Then the details it will be equipment. The details it will be equipment. Moving to the last one, the owner paid 3,000. This one supposed not to be 3,000. Let us look at the transaction, the original transaction. The original transaction says the owner paid Telkom 1,200 from business bank account. Then 400 was for his cell phone account, and the rest was for business telephone. Now, recording the transaction, learners will say 1,200 under the bank, then under central account to be 400 rand for drawings and 800 rand for telephone. This is how we record the transactions under CPJ. This is how we record the transactions under CPJ. Remember, the most important thing, learners, it is to understand or to know all the expenses that must be recorded under cash payment journal. And again, to know about the assets that can be recorded under cash payment journal, which is land and building, equipment, vehicle. Then under current assets, we are having the trading stock. It must be recorded under cash payment journal. Now in grade 10, you'll learn a lot about the cash payment journal. Again, in term 4, again, you'll be learning on this term, you'll be learning about the trading debtors control. When we pay the debtors control, they pay us, it will be recorded under CRJ. But when the owner withdraw the money for cash float or for petty cash from the bank account, then the transaction they will be reflected on the CPJ. But this, it is the work of grade 10. Cash float and petty cash, it is the work of grade 10. You'll see it in grade 10. But for grade 9 learners, please remember that land and building, equipment, vehicle, and the trading stock, they must be recorded under cash payment journal. Then under the expenses, we are having these expenses accounts that must be recorded under CPJ. Then during June exam, we are having the one of property tax. Also, the tax, it falls under rates and taxes. It must be recorded again on the CPJ. Remember, the examiners and the moderators, they can add other expenses accounts. Now, it is important for you learners to sit down and look at your textbook and do your research on all expenses that they must be recorded under CPJ. This, it was the lesson for today. Thank you very much. See you next time when we deal with the cash receipt journal, recording of the transaction on the cash receipt journal. Thank you, learners. Thank you, Mr. Pitt. Ndade Pizzo, you'll take over, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.